You and your daughter weren't invited to the wedding. I held the phone in silence while my daughter stood beside me. Susan looked at me with wide, confused eyes. I whispered that Linda said the wedding was only for the elite. Are we not family? My daughter asked. I replied quietly that they thought we didn't belong. I put my hand on her shoulder to comfort her. The dim light fell softly across her face. She was 15, smart, sensitive, feeling the social pressure. I remembered 20 years of devotion to my wife's family. Early on, I worked 2 jobs to ease our struggles. I paid off their second mortgage without complaint. I fixed their plumbing and appliances silently. I drove our child to the hospital whenever needed. Now, they treated us as uninvited guests. My wife coldly agreed with her sister's decision. It's not about you, it's about image and status, she said. I didn't argue. I simply said we wouldn't attend. My daughter lowered her head and nodded, tears in her eyes. I decided to protect her dignity. This was the start of conflict and the beginning of revenge. After the wedding, our home was unusually quiet. Susan threw herself into school to avoid questions. Social media glowed with wedding photos. I studied them calmly, thinking about my next move. I remembered years of disrespect and humiliation. At every family gathering, we were ignored. I never complained. I quietly accumulated strength. I knew I could repair what was broken. I contacted a lawyer to review property and accounts. I prepared a full legal and financial strategy. I printed high-end Christmas invitations with gold seals. I invited all the wedding guests, friends, and relatives. The message emphasized character over wealth and status. Every step was careful, calm, and precise. Susan helped decorate the house with warmth and detail. We waited for Christmas Eve. Every preparation was a response to injustice. We remained silent, not rushing. Small actions, big impact, that was my way. On Christmas Eve, my wife discovered the documents and turned pale. Divorce agreements and property transfers were laid clearly on the table. This house is no longer yours, I said calmly. Her hands trembled as she flipped through signatures and dates. I only smiled, saying nothing further. 3 days later, guests arrived at our door on Christmas Eve. Security handed them a written notice I had left. The event was family only. No opportunists. No elites. No traitors. Guests were furious. They could not enter our warm home. Short videos went viral online. Viewers laughed as the elite family was turned away. Linda's mother screamed, ridiculed by onlookers. The family's pride and image were destroyed. Susan enjoyed gifts and peace inside the home. Her schoolmates admired her after seeing the video. Media coverage highlighted our resilience and dignity. My ex-wife asked for help. I refused. The family began to fracture. Linda's husband filed for divorce. Her business empire faced scandals and financial trouble. Susan and I rebuilt our lives and earned respect. James was invited to speak at school about character. Students and teachers responded enthusiastically. Our father-daughter bond strengthened, life was calm. I achieved revenge with wisdom and planning, not violence. In the end, the guilty were punished, the family fell apart, and we won. That day, I saw Susan hand me an envelope, smiling quietly. Inside was her message to Linda. It was concise, asserting dignity and fatherly love. She wrote that she didn't need to attend the wedding to prove herself. She was proud of her father's resilience and wisdom. Susan mailed the letter. We waited for no response. 3 days later, news came that Linda's husband filed for divorce. Her social media exposure caused financial loss. Business partnerships were canceled, and her reputation collapsed. My wife tearfully asked for help. I calmly reminded her that she had missed the most important thing, our daughter's dignity. On Christmas morning, Susan and I enjoyed a simple, warm home. Simple gifts and home-cooked food brought true happiness. No luxury. No fake smiles. Only each other. Sunlight poured across the floor. Susan held a handmade card, smiling at me. I gave her a leather journal to record her growth and strength. Our story became widely known. Linda and my ex-wife suffered the consequences of their actions. Susan earned the respect of her peers for her courage and intelligence. I was invited to speak nationwide on the importance of character. On stage, I shared our real-life lessons before 1,000 people. Children and parents listened attentively, valuing ordinary work and integrity. The applause was thunderous. I looked at Susan, tears in my eyes. We celebrated with a quiet dinner at a small restaurant, no vanity. The waiter brought champagne and gifts, moved by our story. Weeks later, I spoke at a national professional summit. Susan watched proudly from the audience. When children asked if career mattered, I said character was most important. I realized the power of silent wisdom and planning. Revenge needed no violence, just careful action. The proud family reaped what they sowed, collapsing in defeat. Our bond strengthened. Life was peaceful. Our home became a symbol of warmth and respect. Susan's letter showed strength and dignity independent of wealth. 3 months later, the family scandal fully emerged. We continued our simple, genuine life. Days were calm, warm, and secure. I spoke at schools to inspire students. Children learned to value effort and respect over appearance. Susan demonstrated wisdom and determination. Life remained calm and happy. Injustice had been corrected through wisdom and action. Father and daughter rebuilt life with dignity and recognition. We proved that loyalty and effort outweigh arrogance and vanity. This was revenge, education, and fatherly triumph. Every step precise, calm, with inevitable consequences. Susan's letters became symbols of character. The family and ex-wife suffered the results of their own choices. Father and daughter earned respect, applause, and social recognition. Simple life proved more satisfying than luxury. Our story spread widely through schools and media. Our bond grew stronger. Life became more joyful. I learned that true revenge is calm, wise action. Susan and I grew together, gaining happiness. Victory was not wealth or status, but dignity. Fatherly love and perseverance were our most valuable treasures. From exclusion to respect, life completely transformed. Our enemy's arrogance was crushed. Susan's growth proved that true value exceeds privilege. Simple, genuine life brought real happiness. We achieved revenge without violence. Every arrangement precise and effective. Family scandal exposed. Public supported our actions. Father and daughter used wisdom and calm to earn respect, freedom, and happiness. Every detail executed, universally acknowledged. Susan gained widespread respect from school and society. Ex-wife and family were powerless, defeated by reality. Life stabilized, calm and happy. Father and daughter faced the future with confidence and strength. Real-life victory surpassed vanity and luxury. Our story became an educational and motivational example. Fatherly love, wisdom, and calm action were the core of victory. Susan used letters and actions to convey values and character. Family and ex-wife's vanity was thoroughly destroyed and humiliated. Simple life and victory were more powerful than any revenge. We used wisdom and calm to gain respect, freedom, and happiness. The story ended with father and daughter living peacefully and fulfilled. Every detail implemented, revenge and education complete. Susan's growth proved the power of character and perseverance. Family scandal and vanity destroyed, punishment inevitable. Father and daughter ultimately achieved true happiness and social recognition.